Hi friend, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fisayo. I recently graduated from my MBA program, and today I'll be sharing with you top skills that you need to prepare to arm yourself with ahead of your business school resumption. So if you recently got admitted or you're planning to get started on your MBA application journey, or you already got admitted and you're resuming in the fall and wondering what to do with your time, wondering what skills to enhance ahead of resumption, this is the video you should be watching all the way to the end. All right, if this interests you, definitely keep watching. Okay, the very first thing that I consider very important that you'll be using every day in business school is Microsoft Word, PowerPoint, and Excel. Absolutely. You'll be turning in your assignments in Word, in Excel. If you don't know how to use Microsoft Word, there's so many LinkedIn learning courses that you could take on just to enhance your skills. Nothing complex. You don't need to start learning how to use formulas like that. Any formula that you need to use in school, maybe for accounting or finance, your professor will obviously show them to you, or you can get them from your textbooks. But the basic knowledge of Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, because you're turning in your assignments in Word, you'll be doing a lot of computation in Excel, you'll be doing a lot of presentations on Microsoft PowerPoint. And so you need to get your game up tight for those three Microsoft tools. Nothing so complex, nothing like overboard. But maybe for PowerPoint, you just need to learn a couple of tricks just so that your team's presentation stands out, right? So if you're looking for something extra to do with your time while you're waiting to resume, definitely start picking up some trainings on Microsoft Word, on Excel, or PowerPoint. Now, the second thing that I find very important is Canva. Oh my God, Canva is a lifesaver. Canva is a design tool that you could absolutely use for any kind of graphic work, any type of flyer, any type of basic design, complex design, thumbnail, logo, description card, like birthday cards, like anything, like absolutely anything you can design in Canva, and it's so easy to use. You just need to go on the app and look at a couple of templates and see how you can edit it to suit you. So why is this needed in business school? Because there are a lot of events that will be happening and you may need to design the flyers. You may be a club leader or like assisting a club leader to do something. You might have some marketing events that you want to do. Canva is your design tool, and you don't even need to have like the pro version if you're not doing something extra. You can use the free version. I use Canva for my thumbnails, my YouTube thumbnails every time. There's some flyers I organize for my club events that I just use Canva to design and put them together. And the good thing about Canva is there are a lot of templates in there that you can just modify to suit what you want. So definitely get your Canva game updated while you're preparing for business school. The next skill that I'm going to highlight is a soft skill, and this is listening. If you're not a domestic student, that means you haven't lived, you're not from the United States, you're moving abroad from Africa, from Asia, from Australia, from Europe, wherever it is you're moving in from, you might encounter some difficulties with listening to people's accents and understanding them, right? So you really need to practice listening. You need to practice being a deep listener ahead of business school, because it's gonna hit you like so fast. You'll be in a class where there's a mix of Indian accents, Pakistani, Chinese, Taiwanese, American accents, Mexican accents, like all the accents together. And sometimes it's difficult to catch things if you are not an astute listener. So make sure that you're doing all you can. Maybe get on YouTube, do some practice listening, listen to some YouTubers with different accents or intonations, right? Try to listen to them in probably a faster playback speed just so that you can test your understanding of listening. I think listening also comes with practice. So just make a conscious effort that all the conversations that you're having, either at work, at home, in your family, with your friends, make sure that you're a better listener. You're not just listening to response, but you're listening to understand. I think that is very important to your life in business school, because the crux of your work will be listening to your classmates, listening to your professors, listening to your team, right? Before you can be able to give your own output. So listening is definitely a skill that you should hone in preparation for business school. Now, number four, this one I really wish that I took some time to actually practice being better at before business school. I really struggled in the first couple of months, and this is fast reading. So, when you're in business school, you'll be given a number of cases to read, either for assignments or classworks or team projects, and it might be timed. You should be able to know how to dissect the most important information and give your intelligent reflection or intelligent recommendation based on what you have read. Now, you need to be a fast reader. You need to be able to understand and grasp things quickly, right? So definitely try to practice reading more. There are a couple of blogs like Wall Street Journal, CNBC, Quora, there's New York Times, there's Bloomberg, Forbes. You can just search out some HBR articles or cases and just read them, just so that you can practice how quickly you're able to assimilate information. Now, number five is networking. I'm sure you know that if you're moving to America, you should get ready to start engaging in small talk because it's the norm here. People like to chatter a lot. You need to, even though, like, for instance, I am an introvert and I didn't really understand how people would just walk up to you and start trying to make small talk with you. I'd rather just be talking with my thoughts, right? But in preparation for business school, it is important for you to start trying to engage in meaningful small talk with your colleagues. It's important for you to start speaking up at work meetings if you are not used to doing that already. It's important for you to start trying to practice your diction and your intonation just so that you're hearable and understandable. It's time to start actively taking up speaking opportunities, right? Because in business school, you'd have to participate in class. You know that class participation is a huge deal. You need to talk in class, you need to engage with your teams, you need to present. You have like competitions, case competitions that you need to talk and present and speak for people. So definitely start practicing engaging in talking, start practicing networking, start practicing just like developing small talk with the people around you. Don't forget that it's not just small talk, but it's meaningful small talk, okay? Now, the sixth thing for me is punctuality, working to time. If you're watching me from Africa, an African country, hello, lady and gentlemen. There's no African time here in the United States. If a meeting is supposed to start at 8 a.m., it kicks off at 8 a.m. Don't think it's going to start at 8:05. Mm-mm. You should plan ahead of time, like try to keep to time. If a meeting is supposed to start by 8 a.m., make sure by 7:45, it's a physical meeting, you are there seated, like have your notes prepared. If your class is supposed to start at a particular time, make sure you try to plan your day ahead to meet up, because people actually keep to time. Like people actually respect time here and they take it seriously. So if they are supposed to meet at a certain time, even if it's for a social event, trust me, if the party is supposed to be a 7 p.m. type party, by 7 p.m. people are there and they're about to start the party, okay? So try to work on your punctuality. Let me give you something like a story of something that happened to me when I moved here. I booked Uber one time and I wasn't ready, but I booked the Uber. And as soon as it came, They usually have like this 5 minute time countdown, and once it's 5 minutes, like they leave. And I was literally ready at the 50 minutes and maybe 20th second, but before I came out, he was gone. Like, and it literally just hits me that, oh my god, I actually delayed somebody for like 5 minutes, right? I should be ready when the Uber was here. So I know that it takes a lot of mental realignment. So start doing it now if you are not exactly someone who is very punctual at things. So start doing that mental work, arranging your time, arranging yourself, planning ahead to ensure that you are right on time or even before time. Another thing that I find important, or another thing that I think is important for students, is taking some business courses ahead of time. Now, many schools, my school sent us a pre-MBA coursework for accounting and finance, statistics, just for us to prepare and brush up our skills ahead. But if you don't get that, you can check on websites like Udemy, LinkedIn Learning, or go on YouTube for just like basic accounting courses, especially if you don't have a business background, just so that you can familiarize yourself with these kind of concepts that you expect to be hearing in school when school starts, and so that it doesn't hit you like a blow and you don't spend so much time trying to grasp the knowledge of like your core courses. And these are the first set of courses that you encounter in your first year, so you don't want to be shocked, you don't want to be too shocked. So start preparing ahead of time, start taking those courses, and try to start sharpening your business skills ahead of school. Now, the final thing that I want to touch on is your resume. You should absolutely start putting your resume together at this point. There's a website called VMock, so vmock.com, that you can go in and put in your resume, and it will show you what adjustments you need to make. It will give you a couple of ideas for things to change, just so that you can put your resume in the right format, getting set for recruitment. If you have been doing a lot of networking, you know that some companies already start to recruit for the summer now, even before like school starts. So it will be good practice for you to start checking out your resume and start making those edits ahead of school. Now, I have a bonus tip, right? It's not exactly a skill, but it's something that I find that every international should know when they move here. It's for you to mentally start preparing to be spending in dollars other than in your local currency. Now, the thing is, many people, especially from Nigeria, because I'm Nigerian, when you're coming abroad, you would still be calculating how much things cost in naira. So, for instance, if something's $100 and I calculate it and I'm like, I'm thinking, oh, this thing is 50,000. Is it worth it? Is this the right price? Is this One thing I want to say is have an idea of what the range of things typically cost. You can ask people, do your research online, have those price ranges and know what typical price for things are, so that you don't compare it to your home currency when you are here, because the more you compare things, the less you buy, and you might be making some mistakes, honestly. So start mentally, preparing to spend money in dollars ahead of your move abroad. Okay? If you found these tips insightful, please give it a thumbs up. If you liked watching this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you find that you have friends who are moving abroad as well, or who are also preparing to start business school, or who are in the first week of business school and should hear this, definitely share it with them. Please comment below what skills you would be working on ahead of school. And if you're already in school now, let me know what skills you found the most useful in the first couple of weeks or months when you started school. Thank you so much for watching my video. Again, it's always a pleasure. See you in my next video. Bye.